welcome to another pick a card reading. I'm erucarose. This is important messages and what Spirit is insisting, guiding, hoping that you do. So we're going to get right into it. If any of you would like to pause to choose your deck, your pile, go ahead. We're going to start off with group number 1. Group number 1. You've chosen the Feyborn card. I'm just going to go ahead and lay out all of the cards here. So, Feyborn, the Oracle reversed, Crossing Fate, Have Patience and Wait reversed, Be Open to New Ideas and Seek an Outside Perspective reversed. And then what you should do. We have 9 of Wands. And when I say what you should do, I need to go ahead and clarify because I'm probably going to misspeak this entire time. I'm not really telling you what you need to do. This is obviously all up to your own interpretation, all of your own free will, how you receive messages from your guides. All of that is all up to you. Nothing in this reading should completely determine what you do without your own kind of reckoning on it. So, 9 of Wands here for your action card. I'll try to call it the action card. See if that can help me. So first of all, I feel like this is you're a very magical being, like inherently, whether you acknowledge that yourself or not. You've got this connection to the Fae, you've got the Oracle reversed, you've got Crossing Fate. You have a lot of these very like mystical type cards, right? And these picking up on energy and moving through life that way type of cards. So your general message seems to be you need to be taking some action to see this and to enjoy your victory. It feels like you have your action card is showing that you are in the midst of a victory, but the rest of your cards are seeming like you don't feel that way. Like your guidance is more like, let's enjoy your victory and the action you've taken and keep going. But you have like when I pulled this, I got this feeling like stopping readings, stopping kind of oracle type activities. As lame as that sounds to put it that way. I don't know if this is like a pause or something that you need to take a break, or you have been taking a break, or you think you need to stop doing readings, or you need to stop doing some kind of energy work, some kind of spell work, or something just spiritually related. Maybe this is more on the side of religion and channeling more like religious messages. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe you tap into other people's energies a lot, and maybe you need to stop doing that. Maybe you need a break from that. It's kind of, I might pull a clarifier card here in a minute. And then you have this have patience and wait. Like you feel like you need to be having patience and waiting around for something to happen, but your guidance is to not be waiting around. You need to be taking some action, keep going, let's go do something. I'm going to zoom out the camera a tiny bit as if it really matters. Okay. This have patience and wait reverse, like it feels like, no, this is actually when your message is to be more action oriented and just kind of go for it and feel the success as you move forward. And this may be that you need to like take a break from trying to feel into everything and just kind of go forward. You can kind of, even on the spiritual side, I think people can get too hung up on the details sometimes, and it's not like that makes anyone wrong. It's just, and sometimes details are really helpful, but there can be a point where you get so caught up in figuring out more of the details and how something's going to happen, how to blah, 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 blah. It can make it where you don't end up actually doing the thing. You get so stuck in the figuring it out stage, you don't actually do it. So I think this is some guidance to take some action and maybe stop, take a break from like doing readings or getting readings or all of that. And I feel kind of weird being the one to say that, but there's definitely people, and like there's definitely times where people get too hung up on like trying to clear out their spiritual inbox and try to drain it of every little ounce of information. It kind of feels like that. Like stop trying to get the messages and just go for it. And on that note, I'm going to move forward as well with this reading. So we have crossing fate here. So this feels like some transition time, but almost like going through like a portal, like a magical transition. Like there's a shifting energy going on for you, right? And you have be open to new ideas and seek an outside perspective, reversed. So I feel like this is something where you need to just check in with yourself internally. It's not something where you need to go ask everyone else for their opinion. It feels like your messages feel like you just need to turn inward to move forward in your best way at this time. I'm not sure. I just got a ping of like, what is it called? I can't think what it's called. Human design charts. And they'll say different ways to create with different types of human design charts, their categories. So the manifesting generators, I almost said like Jana Mesters or something. This is making myself laugh. I'm getting a lot of like part of the stages, and you're going to be told this like for different types of people, for different things in general, not just human design, that like, well, you need to figure out what you want to do and you need to check it with people. Also like Mean Girls, how there's that one scene where they're like, oh, well, you wouldn't buy like an outfit without checking with your friends first. Like, like they're your recommendation from spirit. The message is to not worry about doing that. You need to just turn inward, check with yourself, and keep going. Because at this point it feels like you're just holding yourself back a bit, but you're so inherently just amazing, magical, wonderful, incredible. You're just kind of hindering yourself, and you gotta see your success and keep moving is your message. So I'm gonna leave it there and move forward to the next messages. I hope you enjoy this quick little message from Spirit. Let me know if you have any questions. I have more readings on my website that you can purchase. I have subscription readings. You can get them weekly, bi-weekly or bi-monthly or semi-monthly and monthly. So go ahead and check that out. I've also been trying to get live on TikTok more often. So we can do some card pulls there. If you catch me there. So hope you guys have a great day. I hope you find all of the success and motivation going forward. All right. Thanks. Bye. All right. Group number 2. If you chose the Lost Domain, this is your reading. The Lost Domain card already gives me this feeling of like warmth, but vastness, kind of this wanderer energy. If you needed confirmation for this being your pile, there's the rest of your cards. I'm going to go ahead and pull. We have Expanse reversed, and we have Bypass reversed. This is very, okay, I don't know the right word, but we have Do Not Ignore It, Talk About It reversed, and Look for the Overflow of Abundance. And then I have an action card here from Spirit. You have the High Priestess reverse. So let me make sure you can see all these cards. And right away I see all of this expansive energy in these cards. Like we've got these beautiful, very minimal landscapes aside from this kind of bypass one. This lost feeling, this feeling of things aren't necessarily bad, but they're not. There's a lack of direction. Kind of like where to go energetically. There's this message here, kind of recommending that you're not talking about it, but to just look through kind of your own intuitive lens. I'm kind of picturing there's some games where they have. Am I thinking of like Don't Starve and Zelda Breath of the Wild? There's games where you can kind of look through like a lens, like a monocle, or like something, and you can see something special on the map that you're looking for. They also have it like with audio sounds, like you'll pick up like a signal when you get close to like something on the map that's important. Otherwise, you're just kind of wandering around until you find something. It kind of feels like that, but more energetically. So with this, in this ethereal realm that we tap into, it feels like your kind of signal for where to go is going to be for you to look for the overflow of abundance and to follow that. And that will guide you to the place that you're supposed to be headed. And the High Priestess reverse, it feels like you don't need to worry that you're not in touch with your intuition. I think the High Priestess reverse kind of brings up this element of doubt, like intuitive doubt, self-doubt, and like maybe less protection coming through. It feels like there's... So this isn't how I usually will read this card, which is throwing me off a little bit, but the idea that she's facing away from the abundance here as if she can't look at it. Like there's no reason you can't turn around and see the abundance, see all the pomegranates back there. I'm pretty sure they're pomegranates, right? I've got myself doubting myself. Okay. This card is affecting me. There's this idea that like you feel like oh, it's there, but like I can't use it. I can't look at it. And it feels like it's like okay to look at it, and it's also okay, when I say look at it, to like tap into that intuition and that abundance and like feel like you can use it. Because she's protecting this knowledge of the ages and this energetic wisdom and all of that spiritual abundance back here. And that doesn't mean she can't also have access. I feel like some of you are tripped up by that concept a little bit. Like it's so protected, like you won't even let yourself kind of go there. You don't need to worry about that. Then the other side of this was that things on the physical realm they've already kind of moved through the energetic state to come into the physical world. So it's okay to look at those physical things, material world things as well, to help you find your direction. If I just always looking for these feelings and things like that it's really great, but there's also going to be some physical, material world kind of notions that will also guide you. And you don't need to demean those just because they're material world plane things. A lot of people have been, noticing more and more synchronicities in their lives and being more vocal about them. And a lot of those are also like physical world manifestations of these energies coming through to people, and messages and everything like that. So I think my point, look for the overflow of abundance. Look for it physically and internally. You're allowed to. So you can kind of get through all of this, this kind of where am I going kind of feeling. And you don't need to check with everyone. I think that the idea of talking about it will be distracting during this time. Like, I think there's this core that you have to build up of where you want to go first before you start taking in everyone else's opinions, or you're going to get too many different ones. And you're just gonna get like different directions on your map. Like, you're not gonna know what you're still gonna be directionless talking to people about this. So I hope this was helpful. I know this was kind of kind of a harder, not harder, but like a more vague reading. But I hope this found the right people and found some and gave them some direction or hope to move forward. Let me know if you have any questions. Hit me up in the comments. DM me on Instagram. I have more readings available on my website. I have like subscription readings available on my Patreon. You can get them weekly, monthly, whatever. And then I've been trying to go live on TikTok more often so I can do some card pulls there for fun, just quick little things, a little bit shorter than these. Then I also do a lot of more pendulum work on TikTok because it's quicker. So hit me up, check out all those things. I'll be happy to see you guys. Thank you for listening to the reading, and I wish you the best. Group number 3. This is actually the card that when I was shuffling came out first. So I've been kind of like excited to see this reading. The strongest energy out of all 3 piles was coming out of this section here. So I'm just really excited to see your reading. So we have the rising. In Redway, of course, I'm an astrologer. So I think about your rising sign. I think everyone listening to this pile might want to give some extra acknowledgement to their rising sign or check with that. You might be really feeling that sign right now. The energy of your rising sign is coming through really strong. This also kind of shows this idea, this concept of your karmic lesson coming through in your life right now, extra strong. It also shows the way, this reading is probably going to be a lot about the way you approach your life, and your identity moving into this life. When you're born shows the time of day, shows your rising sign. So think about like this could have changed if you showed up an hour later, like even sometimes like a few minutes later, like a minute later. The rising sign can change so quickly. It's really indicative of the energy that was that moment as you came into the world. And that's the energy you're going to carry out through the rest of your life, in how you approach this life. Because that's how you've always approached this life. So it's, there's obviously growth and development and like different frequencies within the energy of your rising sign. And you have your own personal aspects off of your rising sign and placements within your rising sign. So it gets more in depth than that. And you can check out my other readings if you're on my website, if you're interested to know more about your rising sign. I also offer subscription readings on my Patreon. I could do a rising sign one on there. It'd be like quick and easy. So just a lot of acknowledgement to your rising sign right off the bat. Love that. I think I actually also pulled an extra card. Yeah, an extra card came through for your reading. So I'm going to go ahead and get the cards out, the rest of them. Frequency of light. Fuck. Like, can I swear? I try not to swear too much online. Let's see. Revelations call. feels very karmic. Frequency of light, revelations call. Let this also teach you reversed. Release what you cannot control, reversed. Have compassion in this time for yourself and others. And then your action card. This is a suggestion of action from spirit. It's kind of what they would like to see happen. What kind of action you to take moving forward. You have the 9 of Cups. So, first off, I want to mention the colors coming through. I think this is the most colorful, rainbow-filled reading I've had today. It feels like a lot of open chakras, a lot of action, a lot of feeling like your highest, most colorful form of yourself, or at least the aspiration, like the moving into that energy. It feels really, really great. Like this frequency of light, kind of an angelic butterfly, nature, fairy, fae type of card. I'm feeling a lot of you resonating with your higher self right now, you coming into this full embodiment type of the energy. In Revelations call, like this is something that's been coming to you for a while and you're stepping into it right now. Like this is some revelation that you have really started to fully recognize and acknowledge and take action on. I think that this is really, really great, especially since your action card down here is recommending that you really enjoy where you've gotten to at this point. Like you're taking on Revelation's call, you're feeling your light beaming through you, connecting to your best and highest, most wonderful self. I'm feeling for some of you, this is you taking on your full identity, the rising sign, like how you come off to people. You're really accepting yourself, taking yourself kind of seriously, but it's like this character that you are in this life, you're like happy with it now. Like maybe you haven't been happy with it in a while in the past. Some of you, I kind of feel like this could be coming out, or coming out in other ways, maybe not just with your sexual preferences, maybe with like, hey, this is really who I am, like in any kind of way. I feel like this is like, I'm going to embrace who I am. Embrace came through really strong. A lot of these words are coming through really, like I have to go back and say the correct word that, that came to me that I heard. If I don't say it, I really need to embrace who you are and let yourself be excited about it. Really just enjoy it. I really love all this energy for this reading. And this is so strong too. Like this is a big movement for you. This is a big like shift for you energetically, and I'm like here for it. Okay, you're embracing yourself. You have let this also teach you reversed. It feels like you've learned what you needed to learn, and now you're moving forward. It feels like a graduation of kind of like a self-love graduation, self-confidence, self-acceptance graduation for yourself. Love it. Love it. Release what you cannot control, reversed. It feels like you have done that. And now you're going to start directing your energy that you've freed up. Feels like, okay, well, we've done some releasing. We're going to release this control. But now the focus is kind of moving on to the next step where you have like these, this feeling of like, it's not my responsibility. I'm going to do what I'm here to do now. Very much that. I just kind of like tried to suss out another way to say that from spirit, and it was like, nope, that's the sentence. Have compassion in this time for yourself and others. So again, just a reminder, I think this is kind of a nice reminder that you as you come into your own being, there is going to be some reaction from those around you. Acknowledge that, have compassion for those around you, but don't let that hinder you. Don't let that bring you out of this amazing energy you're stepping into. This is you. They get to accept you for who you are, or I guess not, but that's their thing. You can have compassion for them. You don't have to be like hurtful because of it. I think that would bring your own energy down. But to just be able to give compassion and keep moving on in your own energy, this own like light revelation, rising grandness, greatness energy. And this is part of the other part of this card is having compassion for yourself as well. Because you can give compassion to all the people around you that, will be reacting however they're going to react. But in the same right, give just as much, maybe a little more compassion to yourself at this time. Where this is also a shift for you. Even though it's really, really great, don't be hard on yourself as we move into this great energy. There may be some kind of times where you kind of get in your head about it or start feeling off and start wondering, oh, am I doing something wrong or whatever. Just to give yourself some compassion, give yourself some love, keep going, just keep moving forward. There's this really great, just look at all the things you've done. Look at all the things that you emotionally have done, physically have done, like all that you've accomplished, and let yourself be proud of that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the whole message here. I hope that that's helpful for you guys and some really great confirmation. This awesome energy, like this reading has pumped up my energy, so thank you. Thank you for thank you for creating this energy for me to read. If you guys would like more readings, again, I've got readings on my website, linked in the description. I've got reading subscriptions where you can get them weekly or monthly or more on my Patreon. You can check that out. You can catch me live on TikTok. I'm doing some like real quick little pendulum and card pull readings sometimes on TikTok. That's really fun to do. So I will be looking forward to seeing you guys in the future. Thank you so much and have a great day.